Hello everyone, this is Chadi Alraies from SCAI 2023. I'm really privileged today to be with Dr. Key Park, who is reporting the late breaker trial on the SCAI-24. Dr. Park, thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so congratulations for being presenting the late breaker.
Thank you.
1 year follow-up. So tell us about the study and the outcome.
Yeah, so the Spirit 48 was an analysis of the Xience 48mm stent. So we'll be presenting the 1 year outcome today. So the site was done at 25 sites globally. Yeah. We enrolled 107 patients, and we'll be discussing the results of that today. Essentially, we found that the stent was associated with a very low rate of target lesion failure at about 5.7%, which met its pre-specified outcome goal. And we found that the stent was very deliverable, which I think is important to our interventional community. Yeah. And so the results are also very comparable to the only other available 48mm stent in the United States.
So was this a comparison trial?
It was a single-arm study, correct. Yeah.
And, tell us about the lesion specifics in terms of what kind of lesions were treated with this.
So the lesions had to have a reference diameter between 2.5 and 4.25, vessel length or lesion length greater than 32 and less than 44. So within the parameters of needing a 48mm length stent.
Yeah. In terms of classification or classification, was this put in?
So the inclusion criteria did specify that no lesion that needed modification could be included. The angiographic core lab analysis did show that approximately 40% of the lesions did have at least moderate calcification, but deliverability and again acute device success was very high at 97%. Awesome. So there was calcification, but not enough to need modification.
Awesome. In terms of imaging, I mean, this is something we always use. Do you know or recall the percentage of imaging used?
The imaging was not required as part of the study, and there is some data. We don't have the exact granularity because it wasn't required to be included in the study about how much imaging was used. But I 100% agree that imaging is very important, especially for not just diameter but lesion length, which is what we're looking at with the 48mm stent.
Right. And currently the guideline doesn't enforce it, but hopefully
correct.
soon.
100%.
Right.
Absolutely.
Any physiology used before or after? Or
physiology again was not necessarily mandated unless there was evidence of silent ischemia or other asymptomatic criteria. It was one of the suggestions from the study to use physiology where appropriately indicated.
One question I should have asked, is this ACS population or stable ischemic disease?
It's a stable ischemic heart disease population.
So people coming for elective angiogram.
Yeah.
And congratulations for that trial. It looks like it's favorable outcome and much needed because of this long lesion sometimes happens, especially in the coronary.
Absolutely. And I think particular to your point about imaging, once imaging is performed, we always need to implant longer lengths. And if you do have to use overlapping stents, it's associated with an increased risk of target lesion failure, increased restenosis. A longer stent, certainly facilitates the procedure in terms of efficiency and contrast use and time.
Personally, when I do an angiogram and I do imaging, I will get surprised that, I need to be a longer stent to cover more, otherwise will have some plaque shift.
100%,
Well, congratulations, Dr. Park. I mean, please watch these videos and others on SCAI-TV. This is Chadi Alraies from SCAI 23.